There are many widely known cartoon series out there that are loved by thousands. Some viewers have even grown up with these shows, seeing them in a softer light. However, what if a seemingly innocent, fun-filled series has a deeper underlying message? One so twisted that it changes the way we view the show completely. Here are 7 dark fan theories about popular cartoon shows. Number 1. A creepy speculation about the cartoon TV show SpongeBob SquarePants is that the entire show takes place in the mind of a child who is in a coma. This theory suggests that the characters and their wacky adventures in the underwater city of Bikini Bottom are all creations of the child's imagination while in this state. The theory has many variations, but the general idea is that the child suffered some sort of accident and is in a vegetative state. As a result, the whole show is a manifestation of his imagination as a way of coping with his condition. This belief is based on a few different pieces of evidence from the show. Some claim that the characters never age, the repetitive nature of the episodes, the absurdity of many of the situations the characters find themselves in, and the fact that the characters are all sea creatures. This theory also states that the child's coma is the reason for the show's exaggerated, often surreal settings and strange scenes. The show's humor is seemingly used as a distraction from the reality of the child's condition. Number 2. Regular show is about mental illness and the character's struggles with mental health issues. This theory proposes that the characters' wacky and ridiculous situations are actually metaphorical representations of their internal struggles, implying that the show is a commentary on mental health and the experience of living with a mental illness. For example, Mordecai, one of the show's main characters, is struggling with depression. Rigby, Mordecai's best friend, is representing anxiety. Benson, the park's manager, is a representation of anger issues. And Pops, the owner of the park, is a representation of dementia. The idea is that the show's humor is used to diffuse the dark themes of the series and make them more palatable. Number 3. The town of Springfield from The Simpsons seems to be nowhere yet everywhere at once. It's like it exists in a dimension where the laws of time, space, and physics have little to no significance. This allows the town to be larger than its physical size as it shifts locations randomly. Sometimes it changes several times a day. At other times it stays in the same place for weeks before suddenly moving. Additionally, Springfield seems to be able to exist in multiple places at the same time. Furthermore, its inhabitants do not age, and children repeat the same grade over and over again despite having graduated multiple times. The reasons for this strange phenomenon are not known, but it could be connected to a curse, parallel universes, or the paranormal. The citizens of Springfield seem to be unaware of these peculiarities, and their memory may be affected as a result of the disregard for physics and time in their town. Number 4. According to this theory, the protagonist of the show Courage the Cowardly Dog, Courage, is trapped in some sort of cycle. The theory pushes for the idea that Courage is in a state of purgatory, which explains the eerie emptiness of the show's setting and the supernatural creatures that visit him. The land resets after every obstacle he faces, suggesting that each episode is a level he must go through. Courage has to always fight his fears to protect his loved ones, sometimes succeeding and sometimes failing. Regardless of the outcome, Courage will have to face new challenges for perhaps eternity. Number 5. Brian, the talking dog from Family Guy, is a CIA experiment. He has always been a central character of the show, and despite his character not undergoing much change throughout the series, this belief speculates a much more sinister backstory for him. According to the theory, Brian's canine body is implanted with a human mind, hence his ability to talk and think like a human. This theory is supported by the presence of nonverbal or less capable animals in the show, which serves as proof that Brian's intelligence is not natural but rather artificial. This speculation also links to the show's sister series American Dad. Both of these series take place in the same universe. In American Dad, other talking animal characters also exist and are confirmed as being the results of CIA experiments, which adds more evidence to Brian being a genetically engineered being. Another point that supports this theory is the plot hole in Family Guy, where Brian's son Dylan is human, as the pseudoscience behind the genetic engineering that created Brian could also be used to create a human offspring. Number 6. A creepy fan theory about the amazing world of Gumball concludes that the characters are all slowly losing their sanity. According to this opinion, the show is set in a world where the characters are all going through a gradual mental breakdown. The city of Elmore is a reflection of the characters' collective mental states, and the strange and surreal events that take place throughout the series are all manifestations of their descent into madness. This belief speculates that the characters are all suffering from a form of psychosis or schizophrenia, which is causing them to experience hallucinations and delusions. Their increasingly erratic behavior and the bizarre events that happen in the show are all symptoms of this mental illness. The show's animation style, which often features characters made of household objects and surreal imagery, is said to reflect the idea that the characters exist in a delusional state. The animation style is said to be symbolic of the characters' distorted perception of reality. If you made it this far into the video, consider subscribing and joining our exploration of all things strange and spooky. Additionally, let us know in the comments what you would like to see next. Here is the 7th, final theory about popular cartoon shows. Number 7. A theory about the show Tom and Jerry explains that the cartoon is set in a dystopian world where the characters are in a perpetual state of war. According to this view, Tom and Jerry represent two factions in a society that are constantly at odds with each other, and the series is a commentary on the futility and destructiveness of war. This theory suggests that the characters' antics and the cartoonish violence depicted in the show are meant to illustrate the absurdity of war and how it can lead to nothing but endless cycles of violence and suffering. The recurring themes of war, violence, chaos, and how the characters are always at each other's throats support the idea of never being able to achieve real peace. Additionally, the theory persists that the characters are aware of their warlike existence. Still, they are trapped in a never-ending cycle of violence, and they cannot break out of it. It's fascinating to see how much deeper people can make their favorite shows. While these theories may not be officially recognized by the creators of the shows, they add an extra layer of complexity and intrigue to the characters, as well as plot lines. Overall, these dark fan theories show the power of storytelling and how it can inspire audiences to think critically and creatively about the shows they love. Let us know which theory was your favorite. If you have any theories of your own, feel free to share them in the comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed this list and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. As always, keep exploring, and we'll see you next time.